Welcome back to New Sarum. Tonight, there's a meeting of kindred. 4 clans coming together to aid one of the Camarella's own. Tonight, a gangrel and Tremere are waiting in a train yard. They've checked the area, made sure all the bums are out for the time being so they'll have privacy. Aaron and Astarte wait.
Yeah, Aaron's cool and collected. Looking a bit like his old self, actually. With a bit more, fur around his face and around his clothes. I wish they'd hurry up and get here, man. This is nerve-wracking as he turns to Astarte.
They should be here soon. Mr. Schultz said he should be able to make it, so it's just a matter of waiting now.
And they don't need to wait long as the sound of gravel and rock at the train yard is creating a slow but rather intentful sound as a man dressed in a black shirt and utility pants and boots comes up. Good to see that the two of you are here. We're waiting on 2 others, correct? Or another?
Yes, the brew house.
Right. Hello, Aaron. Nice to see you.
Hey, Billy, how you doing?
Fine. The funeral home is nice and cleaned up. You should go by there sometime. Looks like it wasn't smashed to pieces.
Yeah. I might come check it out.
Good, but we should probably do it when Nora gets back.
Yeah, we wait till the other two see what the plan is then.
All right, as Billy just kind of stands by on one of those, on the trains, if you will, on the side of it, and just waits with the other 2.
Lacey wakes up first in the evening, and she's actually feeling pretty sore. She heads to the bathroom and takes off the bandages. She just switches them out. And she knows that Katerina will be up soon, but she's not up yet. And she takes a moment to just sort of look at herself in the mirror. She just stares into her own reflection and just shakes her head like, what the hell am I doing? And she just sits there for a few until she thinks that Katerina should be up, and she goes and lightly knocks on her door.
Katerina hears the knock on her door. She just woke up and she says, "Yeah, I'm awake."
All right, we gotta go do this thing. I wanted to know how you all wanted to handle it.
Katerina pulls on some clothes and opens the door. And she says, "Yeah, I don't really know. I suppose we should just go and see what they have to say."
I think it would be a good idea to leave the gun in the trunk.
Right, but let's not take it with us. I don't want to come off as threatening. It's not supposed to be a threatening situation.
It's supposed to live in the trunk of my car. It's not supposed to be out and about.
All right, yeah, that'll work. And they spend some time getting ready, waiting around because they're not supposed to meet them until midnight. So they spend a couple hours talking and getting ready to go.
When it's about time to go, Lacey takes the deagle and puts it in its gun case, in like it's little. It's just like a zipper case, and she tosses it in the back of the car, locks the trunk, and she actually, when Katerina, yeah, Katerina gets in, they buckle up, and Lacey drives.
And eventually they arrive. They see at least one car parked over near the train tracks. 3 individuals are likely visible, unless somebody's trying to be hidden.
No, Aaron's sitting on the bonnet of his car, smoking a cigarette.
Billy is still standing, leaning on one of the trains, stock car, if you will. But he does notice the other car coming in. It's like, is that them or somebody else coming here for private meeting or something?
That looks like they're
Look, I hope it is.
last night.
Let's get this show on the road then, as Aaron leaps off the car, still smoking a cigarette.
Lacey parks just probably close-ish to the train yard, gets out, locks the car door, and just sort of sits there leaning on the hood of the car, her hands stuffed in her pockets.
Aaron's the first one to make his way over, and both of you notice that he looks a lot different than when you saw him in the woods. He looks far more grizzled and far more hairy and just far more a bit more jaded looking, but he's walking with a lot more swagger than he usually does. As he flicks the butt of the cigarette away, he gives a big wink to Katerina. Hey, gorgeous.
Katerina gets out of the car, locks the door, shuts it, sees Aaron and gives him a big smile, winks back.
Lacey looks a little
Oh no, go over.
As pleasantries are being made, Billy just goes and shakes the hands of Lacey and Katerina. Says, good of you guys to come. I guess once pleasantries are done, I guess I can just get down to business. Billy tries to think of how to properly state this in a way.
Lacey stops him. Yeah. If I understand it right, Mr. O'Connell and I need to have a conversation real quick. If that's all right with you. And she's being polite. It's not like.
Oh no! By all means, Miss Island, please do so. Like I said, once pleasantries are done, we can then get to why we're all here, I guess.
Alright. Aaron sort of walks over to Lacey and kind of puts his hands in his jacket and kind of looks at her a bit.
A little uneasy the closer you get, little tense. But she doesn't look like her usual self. She's not angry. She's not happy. Her head's sort of hanging a little bit.
Aaron notices this and kind of, you notice he looks incredibly uncomfortable. He almost has this kind of look on his face as he takes his hands out of his pockets and kind of lifts them up to you going.
Yeah, Lacey does just to sort of let him know she doesn't have anything either. So
he kind of does a little bit of a smile, and is it all right if as he kind of gestures for him to stand beside you?
Lacey just nods. She keeps like a wary eye on him, but it's not. It's definitely not her usual demeanor.
Oh, all right, look. I'm. What happened in those woods? I'm gonna say it straight out. It was fucked. All right.
Lacey nods.
I
Uh,
didn't.
I
I
think
didn't.
on all parts, really.
I didn't intend for what happened to happen. I lost it, and I don't like losing it like that. And that's not me. What you saw.
Lacey gives you a look, and it's very serious, but it's also like it's like she has a newfound understanding of what you went through. She does not look like she blames you, which should surprise the hell out of Aaron.
It does. Aaron's expecting a slap in the face, so he kind of has this kind of scrunched up look. Kind of, you notice he's very nervous, and he's kind of expecting to, just get an absolute slap across the face every time he speaks. As he goes, look, those woods changed me, and now they've changed you, and I'm so sorry for that. I'm so sorry. I'm the one who made you lose control like that.
Aaron will notice that. Hold on 1 second. I've got to roll. I'm gonna roll self-control to see if Lacey can keep from crying.
Oh.
Okay, so Aaron notices that Lacey starts to tear up, and she almost cries, but she manages to keep it back. And she says, "No, I should have kept better control. I was a whip for Christ's sake. That's just plain unacceptable." And she sort of just starts to lose it as she looks at you, and she just says, I'm so sorry."
Aaron sort of stops her and takes her hand very, very gently and looks at her. We all lose control sometimes. What's important is you come back from it. And you don't let it define you. It's this very sort of soft, you see a softness almost in his jaded eyes.
Lacey starts to cry, and she actually puts her head on his shoulder. And he just hears her whisper one more time, "I'm so sorry."
You feel his arm kind of loop around your waist as he kind of hugs you, and there's nothing to apologize for. You're protecting your family. I would have done the same. As he kind of pulls away kind of awkwardly. You notice he's kind of uncomfortable, but he kind of awkwardly cocks his head, so I guess this means drinks are on me.
I suppose so.
And he kind of lifts your chin up with his finger, going, "Keep your head up, Miss Ireland. You're still whip." As he winks at you, then.
Katerina smiles really big at Lacey and says, "See, I told you I knew him."
Lacey, it's almost like she's trying to offer Aaron a smile, and it's no fault of his that she's just, he can tell that she's just taking this very, very seriously. He can tell that there's definitely something different about her.
Aaron knows the look. You notice Aaron knows exactly what look you're giving, because you almost notice that Aaron is the exact same. As if you look at Aaron, you've seen that he has lost himself in that woods. And it's almost like you're speaking to a person who knows exactly what you're talking about. And you see the exact same sorrowful thing in his eyes as he looks at you.
Right, so let the shit show commence.
Yeah. As he kind of taps you affectionately on the shoulder then and kind of walks back over awkwardly to Astarte.
Lacey, before he starts to walk off, Lacey just sort of like gives him a small hip check.
Aaron laughs then and kind of gives a big smile to Katerina and then winks at her as he walks by.
So, Mr. Schultz, Astarte says as she reaches out to take Aaron's hand.
All right. This is what we know so far. We know that the Anarchs in Portland have Nora. They usually have, from what I've been told, there's a place called Club Music. It seems to be their primary place, but who can really say for sure? We think that's where she is, or maybe that's where we could find more information. Unfortunately, they have put down into a certain bit of a contract, if you will, that if we try to find out, she'll be promptly taken care of. And frankly, I don't want to cause a war. So I'm trusting in all of you to try and see if you can at least get confirmation that she's alive. That's honestly what I need at this moment in time. If you can get her out, that would be appreciated, but just finding evidence that she is alive and well will do it. Because, and he puts his hand to his chest, we the Ventru, we contacted these Anarchs with sense of equality. And we, of course, asked them as equals what they want. We are just hoping that they keep themselves true to that bargain. If it is shown, and if you prove that they killed her regardless, then all bets are off. And it will not be a sign of aggression of the Camarilla. It will be a sign of aggression by the Anarchs for committing a horrible crime when they were treated as equals, even though many in the Camarilla would not let them be. And he stops for a moment as if to gather a hint of a tenseness, a seriousness in his voice.
I would have done that if I had time.
This sort of thing is extremely dangerous, not just for Nora's end, but on your end. Because if they find out that you're Camarilla, who knows what they will do to you. So you're putting yourselves and Nora on the line for this kind of thing. And I wouldn't ask any of you to do this unless I knew for a fact that you guys would be capable enough to handle this. If you can find it, if you guys can get it, if you can get pictures, I don't care. As long as you guys come back safe and you get the evidence, I will make sure that you are owed, all of you, a boon major for each of you. On my word as a Ventru. And go ahead.
So if we kill any of these fuckers when we're trying to get Nora, we're not in trouble, right?
Billy kind of stops for a moment. He goes, I would rather that we try not to use any violence to get the job done.
That'll be my next song.
If your life is definitely threatened, then by all means, do what you have to do to protect yourself and the people around you. But if you can do it without violence, that would be much better.
All right.
Or at the very least, get them to Club Music, if from what I know. And you can find that on of course, on Google Maps and what have you, it's a club. If you can just go in and maybe show that you're not kindred, maybe they won't have too much bother with you.
Lacey looks pensive for a minute, and she says, "All right, well, for this to work, we're gonna need cooperating people on both sides. Not like both sides. I mean, like, yeah, there's a group of us over there, but we're gonna need people that we can depend on over here, knowing exactly where we are, exactly what we're doing, so that we can send out an SOS message in case shit does go wrong, and they can come in and extract us."
Casey does have a point.
That is true, however, with that kind of thing comes with the territory of people are gonna know exactly why exactly you were there, who sent you. That could be just as dangerous for Nora as, well, anything else.
Yeah, it probably needs to be done with a certain amount of discretion.
Oh yeah, I seen it.
Yes, discretion, most heavily advised, would be the best thing. Unless you can get a hold of someone who can, at the very least, knows to keep their mouth shut.
Lacey nods. "Well, I can have one or both of my brothers on standby, not knowing why they're on standby. I mean, you can say, 'Hey, I'm gonna be getting into some shit tonight, and I'll need you to be prepared just in case I need you,' and then not tell them anything more."
Astarte raises her hand.
Yes.
Once we locate her, would it not be wise to have a diversion in one place, drawing them or most of them out and away, while we continue to get her?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
Yes.
Lacey nods.
That could be an option, yes. But in that also situation, you'd have to have people who are willing to risk a lot to do that. But if you guys can properly coordinate that sort of thing, I'm fairly certain you guys could get it done.
You want us to go in with the Anarchs, right? You want us to act like an Anarch, talk like an Anarch? Because that's what I can do. I was undercover, man.
If that can, the only thing is they may not trust you initially, and it's
Oh my god,
but
it's like something we would do.
I would say if you do what you have to do. Like I said, you got to pretend to be an Anarch. You got to pretend to be a lady in a pretty dress. Mr. O'Connell, certainly put on that dress, and I'll buy you a nice pair of stockings for it.
All right, man.
Either way,
Shakes her head and says, "I think an undercover operation would be risky. I think what we need to do is get in there fast, get out there fast, and know what hit them."
Billy, shakes his head at Lacey's options as well. That's what they teach you in the army. They tell you sometimes the best thing to do is just go in, go hard, and go home.
Now, we need to be careful on this. We need to be coordinated, I think.
Yeah, we can't take too many risks. Just going in like that, I don't think is the best idea.
Yeah.
Lacey looks at Katerina and very curious sort of question look. Can you roll perception alertness or perception empathy to see if you can figure out what she's giving you the look for?
Would anyone else spot this? By the way?
Sure.
Yeah, okay. One success.
Would Insightful play into this?
Holy shit!
Because if so, that's 8 successes.
I only got one success.
I got 2.
Lacey, Astarte would really know Lacey is asking Katerina because of those frickin' info. Whatever. Oh my god, it's ridiculous. Lacey's look to Katerina is basically, do we need to tell them what I can do?
I think Katerina will get the message and she'll give Lacey an affirmative nod. Yeah, I think we can trust them.
Alright, so when I say I'm real good at computers, I mean I'm real fucking good at computers. Like, really fucking good at computers. I hacked into Nora's phone and turned on its GPS and got a location within an hour or two after
Nice.
Nora was taken.
Billy's eyes lock in on Lacey. So you have at least a way to find out where it is that at least the phone is being kept.
I don't know if it's even on anymore. I could try and turn it on because I can, with this program, I can in fact do that. The thing is, I've got more skills than just that. So I'll need to know anything tech related you guys need for this, but I can prepare for it.
I can coordinate with Lacey as well. I know my way around computers and shit.
Billy just nods his head. I would say, if anything, probably security cameras, the typical club stuff. Is probably all
Lacey gets a smile on her face. Want me to hack into their security system?
Billy kind of smiles a little bit. That smile, it's a bit of a coy smirk, if you will. Yeah. Yeah, do that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they may think it's a glitch or something, so that could work. I mean, how many times a day does a system get hacked by people wanting to play games or what have you?
Well, it depends on what kind of system they have, and if it's on a lockdown circuit or not. And honestly, like, when you're closed circuit, you might think that that means it's harder. Actually, it's easier to do. In a closed circuit, it's only within that one building. So if I hack into it, the only person who would know that I did that would be that one building, not any security company or anything like that.
That could give us a window to get in, unnoticed, if we need to find Nora in a particular place.
Also, I have no problem with the police call and having them cause commotion outside.
I like the way, what you have in mind. I like the way you think, Aaron, says to Lacey.
Like, if we need a commotion outside, we don't have to risk any of our own at all.
Yeah, we can maybe just provoke some kind to, start fighting or something outside, and they'll all have to go and check on it.
Maybe I could put in an anonymous tip to the police department saying that there's going to be a drug deal going on.
I know exactly what details to give you about a drug
Ooh, a
deal.
raid. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I bet you that could get plenty of distraction.
The only thing is, if there's cops around, you have to fucking be careful. You have to be fast and fucking careful. And
What happened here?
Yeah.
Okay.
wait. What if? Wait, does anybody have contacts of a drug-like nature. That's great.
All right, so
Maybe we can go through that avenue and say someone who didn't want any police involved, who didn't want cameras involved.
that could be difficult though. He runs out of Little Italy. He's only a bookie, but he's connected into crime. So
Right.
problem is, the way I see it is, if we can create a distraction long enough for two of us to go in, maybe the third person keep watch. What do you do your mayhem, and two of us go in. Third comes in if it needed. But if we need to impress the anarchs, one of us we could be already in there impressing them when the cops come. We move fast, we move quick. If we can get Nora out, we get her out. If we can get a picture, we can. And if we need to be, one of us stays with the anarchs for a while.
Macy gives you a look. I think staying with the anarchs for a while without... It's too dangerous to stay with the anarchs. I'm just going to come right out and fucking say it. Because if you do, not only could they catch you and fucking kill your ass, but over here, no one would fucking know that that's what you were doing, and they would think that you turned anarch, and the second you came home, you would be in fucking danger.
Yeah, that's true. She has a point.
It's either that. What happens if we don't get a picture? What happens if we don't?
Wait, all
just-
you need is a fucking picture?
I'm saying shit can go wrong. I'm just saying this could be a backup plan and the last sort of option. I'm prepared to take the risk.
That has to be the very, very, very last resort. But I'm all
If we
for
do get,
going in and trying to impress them. I kind of have a knack for that. So, and I also have a thing that I can do to make it appear that I am human. So I think that might work to our advantage.
What if we staged, like, what if we staged a domestic disturbance right outside? Aaron, you could act like an asshole, and that could potentially get their attention on you. Maybe like, oh, this guy looks really great, whatever, and someone else could be like, oh my God, this is so awful, whatever. But if that could give a credibility to the anarchs for you to get in with them, you know what I mean?
yeah.
If we have to go to that plan, they need to see you as being an uncaring, unthinking asshole.
Yeah, I can pick up on things pretty quickly as well if you need me to stay around the anarchs. I can text you where Nora is, where Nora moves.
Lacey shakes her head. You won't have to touch your phone. You won't have to touch it at all. I can record everything.
Just keep your phone on you. She can do the rest.
What's the contingency plan for me to get out then with Nora?
Well, okay, so the idea is that you drag them out and we go in behind them while you're distracting them. And if we can't get her out, then that means that you have to get in.
All right.
Right, we're going to try and extract her first.
Almost.
This means that I'm going to have to play along with this. If they tell me to open fire on you, I'm going to have to do that. You do realize?
Yeah.
Lacey nods. Just don't make it a shotgun.
I'll try my best, but I'll have to make it look real. So.
No, I know. If you get a pistol, though, it won't do as much damage to me, and I might not frenzy. You know what I mean?
All right. I'll bring my girls. As he kind of smiles.
As it's gone into the couple of hours or so of this discussion, Billy looks at the watch on his hand. Sorry, but I'm going to have to get going. Unfortunately, I have some other business I have to get to. But I have to say, it's very good that everybody here's got options. You're gonna need it.
We'll make this happen for you, I promise. Do you have an idea of when you would like us to do this?
I would say, frankly, as soon as possible. The annex, have, like I said, have already put in their demands. I just have to see that gets done.
Lacey frowned. What were their demands? What do they want?
Well, to put it short, they don't want Camarilla to be stepping in. Well, rather, they don't want New Serum Camarilla stepping into Portland. And essentially causing trouble. More or less basically meaning don't go to club music and fuck their shit up. Is what I can recall for it.
Oh, that's one of my
We're
favorite.
going to do exactly what they don't want and risk Nora's life. I mean, not that I'm not willing to rack her. I just want to
What they want is they want Oleg to write a letter saying that the Camarilla Ventura, primarily the Camarilla as a whole, to not bother the Anarchs.
You don't have control over the Camarilla as a whole.
Yeah.
That's what they put down. That's what they wanted. And I'm afraid that, well, I don't think Oleg, even if Nora is on the line, I don't know if he would sign away something that would purposely make him lose face. It's Billy kind of looks down a little bit. It's a part of the venture thing.
Oh no. Have fun. It's good that we know exactly what they want. So if we do get caught before shit goes down, we can tell them that we have a message for them from Oleg. We can bullshit our way out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's good to
Yeah.
know.
Let me. I'll send. I started a message when the demands from on the venture side have been met, and then I'll send them to Aaron. I'll send it to Aaron.
All right.
Then that way you guys will at least know that you'll have something that'll cover your asses, and at the very least, the person who'll get in trouble the most will be me, because you guys were acting on my information and my request.
All right.
Billy, just
kind of quiet. He gives Billy a look. Sure you want us to participate? I know how you feel about my family stuff.
Billy kind of thinks for a moment, and he says, if it was the other way around and it was your family on the line, I would probably try and help you regardless of how I think about anything, because in the end, family should be back with family.
Lacey gets this fiery look in her eyes. It's not fleeting and it's not surface. This is something that definitely goes deeper, but she doesn't say anything. She just sort of nods.
We were just listening to that before you got here.
Well, it looks like the night itself is getting a bit long. I'm going to have to get going. I'll let you guys know what happens. If something comes about and she's safe and sound, then it's no muss, no fuss. I'll still owe you guys no problem. And with that, Billy walks from the small area of the meeting place and drives off into the night.
Lacey's quiet, maybe contemplative a little bit.
Aaron sort of smiles at him and goes, all right, we all know the risks, right?
I'm in. Let's do this.
Okay, everyone hold your goddamn horses for just a minute.
I didn't
All right.
mean tonight, but I'm just saying I'm on board.
No, I know. I'm on board too. Alright, so what I'm gonna need people to do, anyone who's going in there. If you're not going in there, if you're being outside just watching the situation, that's fine, great, we need somebody to do that. But anyone who's going in there, I need to set up something. I need to plant a tiny little bar phone, slip of a thing, whatever, on you so that I can find you if you go missing.
Go for it.
Totally.
I am not losing anybody to those fuckers.
Go for it.
Totally. You can even hack into my phone and use its GPS. I don't care.
What I want to do is have an extra phone planted on people so that just one of the crappy little tiny ones, so that I can hack into that if they are like, hey, I need your phone or whatever. You can claim to not know that there was another one on you or had forgotten about your work phone or whatever, so that if they do try to take your phone, I have a backup plan.
Okay, what about, I know that they have like little tracking devices that you can hide on people that's less bulky than a phone. Do you have any of those?
Too risky.
Well, there's tons of tracking devices I could find. Did you know there's even like a slip of a phone that looks almost as thin as a piece of paper?
Nice. I was thinking maybe something like a bracelet, a ring.
At least you know. Yeah,
Something that wouldn't appear like it's out of place.
she smiles. What about an anklet?
Yeah, that'd
You
work
could
too.
hide that underneath your shoes and socks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, if it's hidden, they can't initially take it away from you. You could just claim to not remember that it was there.
Right. That's something I wear all the time. I forgot it was even there.
Right. Aaron, I have something in mind for you, if you don't mind.
Well, lay it on me. What is it?
Well, you got enough hair for it. We could hide something at the nape of your neck, sort of like a hair ornament,
Okay.
and I could hide a tracking device in that. It's just, it would look weird if people had the same exact jewelry on them and they happen to forget that it was there.
I get you. Work the phone thing with me. I know how to bullshit.
All right.
Now, Aaron kind of turns to Astarte. I'm assuming you're waiting outside, yeah?
I'll do whatever you need me to do.
Aaron kind of looks at Lacey and kind of just cocks his head, going, Katerina and I can talk it. I think Astarte should wait outside and provide cover for us in case shit gets real.
I agree. Does that mean you want me going in to do the extraction?
If you're able. I can get my own way out if you need me to.
Yeah, and if shit goes south, I can run out and help Astarte.
I can
Alright,
probably
I'm
create
not
a
sure.
distraction.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
I just said I can probably create a distraction out front pretty easily.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's true, huh?
I would feel more comfortable with someone else going in with me.
If you want me to go in, I'll go in with you. I got your back. Aaron is dead serious as he says it.
I mean, I'll go too. I don't care. I was just saying, Astarte will need help fighting if it comes to that. So someone will need to go out and help her if shit hits the fan. But I don't have a problem going in either. It's up to you, Lacey, whether you want me or you want Aaron.
Claws mightn't be the best idea for public, though. Think logically.
What did you say? I had issues hearing you.
Claws mightn't be the best thing to use publicly.
No, we shouldn't do anything to risk the masquerade if at all possible.
Lacey gives Katerina sort of a sideways glance. I'm not sure if anyone catches it. But if you do, she's not saying something.
Katerina kind of gives her a little bit of a confused look, like she's not sure what she's trying to say with her eyes.
Alright, I'm so done with this cloak and dagger shit. Alright, so what? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. The Anarchs fucking pissed me off. They pissed me the hell off. And, I want to get rid of them. They're a threat to my family. They're a threat to, all the Camarilla combined, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree with that, and I want a piece of him too, but we
As soon as
can't
Nora's
do anything
extracted-
Okay, yeah, until Nora's safe, and then when she's safe, we go fucking...
No. I don't want to be
okay.
anywhere near it when it blows up. What I want to do is, as soon as we extract Nora, I want to make a police call, and I want to have the police go in during the fucking day. Those fuckers are gonna burn.
Wouldn't that be as much a violation of the first as anything? Because dead bodies don't just combust in the sunlight.
I say we call the police during the night. If worse comes to worse, one of us gets separated with the Anarchs. I can
Or
take
there's
that
a
risk.
bar fire, but we all know how fires go.
Yeah, I mean, setting their establishment ablaze after we get Nora out might be an option, but I don't know.
That could cause a mass retaliation, though, that we mightn't be ready for yet.
Yeah, it totally could. I mean, our primary concern is getting Nora out safely. We can go back and fuck with the Anarchs later, but right now we just need to think about getting Nora out.
We got a car that's fast enough to get us out, though. That's going to be a thing. If it's hot for us coming out.
Yeah, y'all are fucking right. I'm sorry. Letting my fucking emotions get away with me again.
It's alright. Hey, like I said, I want a piece of him too, but for right now we need to focus on Nora.
No, y'all are right. So, does anybody have a car that's not known to be theirs?
No, but I'm sure we can probably acquire one. And she kind of glances at Aaron.
Oh, I can get one if you need me to.
Maybe we could use Enterprise Rent-A-Car or something from Portland. Like it
True.
cannot be from New Salem. That's the thing.
True.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say it just to get this out of the air. If we get separated, what happens?
All right. So if
We should
get
set up a
separated
meeting point.
and we cannot, we get separated and we absolutely cannot extract Nora. What is our contingency plan?
Well, Lacey, you got the most knowledge about this stuff, so I reckon.
Is there any way you can set us all up to communicate with each other discreetly? You know, like you see in the movies, you know, when a team goes in to do something and they can all talk to each other through, like, you know, a little earpiece and a microphone that's maybe like a pin or something like that, you know?
Lacey looks at Katerina and she says, that's possible, but at the same time, if they find that, whoever they find that on is dead.
Aaron sort of laughs, and it's not meant as an insulting to Katerina, going, we got to be serious here.
I am being serious.
I've done undercover. I've done all this shit. You got to be watertight. You got to come in like you're coming in now.
All right. Well, no one else was given any ideas, so shit.
So the issue with a button cam or something like that is that it got wires. The wires have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe a pen, like a rotten pen.
Yeah.
Like they've got those ballpoint pen nanny cam shit things. And who knows where the fuck you got that pen, right? If they find it on you.
No, totally. People carry pens all the time.
Exactly.
I just say that, Lacey, you're the one controlling all of this. You figure out a way to keep an eye on all of us, and then so you'll know if someone gets separated, isolated, whatever, and figure out a way to alert the rest of us.
Aaron sort of smiles at Lacey. If you don't want to go in, Katerina and I'll handle it. You can stay outside, watch and observe.
Yeah.
It's not that I don't want to go in. It's that
Wouldn't it be better to have somebody who can drive outside so that the car's ready should things go south anyways?
Yeah, probably. And I know, Astarte, you can't drive, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
Alright, so who are we going to get to cause a commotion? Because the thing is, there's 4 of us right now. And we can split up, and there's 2 with each other, and that's fine. What I absolutely do not want to happen is someone off by themselves and shit going down.
Right.
Well, I can still cause a commotion.
Well, okay, so Aaron and I could go in, and Lacey can stay with Astarte and be our eyes. Tell us, and one of us has something on us so we can hear what she's saying. We have to be able to, because it's not going to work without it. She's got to be able to guide us through this thing. And so I don't know how to do that.
Alright, I have an idea. Aaron, you can be outside.
Yo.
What?
Yeah, basically Aaron said.
So, Aaron, you can be outside, and I'm fairly sure you can cause a commotion. The thing is, both you and Katerina, I would trust, quote unquote, by yourselves. The idea is that someone's outside causing a commotion, and 2 people go in the back. Well, I could be outside monitoring y'all inside, waiting outside with keeping my eye on Aaron physically. You get what I'm saying? So technically I'm outside with Aaron, and I have a clear visual in case shit goes down south and I need to exit the vehicle and help somebody.
Right.
But in case it doesn't, I can be in the car on my laptop or, she gets a smile, or on my iPad. I'll probably just take my iPad.
So since it's too obvious to wire one of us up so that we can hear you, then we're gonna have to get a visual on her, know exactly where she is before we ever go in, and we need a map of this place so that we know exactly where the fuck we're going.
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna get a map of the city. I'm gonna get schematics of the building, all the building codes and everything. I want like the blueprint of that fucking building.
Yeah.
Right. it looks like Lacey gets an idea. Like something dawns on her. What if you went in from the back and out from underneath? The
Oh,
sewers.
that
That's
could
a
work.
good idea.
That's a really good idea.
That's it. That can be our escape route as well, maybe.
Uh-huh. If
Do
the
Yeah.
they have
sewers,
enough for us too?
I can take care of them. It's the sewers. No public.
Lacey shakes her head. All we're doing is going a block or two away and then getting the fuck out of Dodge. We
right?
only need the sewers like for a few feet.
All right. If that doesn't work, if one of us doesn't make it to the sewers, if one of us doesn't make it to the car, what then? That's the only thing I'm worried about, because I can make it.
I know I can make it.
He kind of looks at the starter and cocks his head.
I can make it.
Lacey thinks for a minute. Oh, all right. So, Aaron, if you can cause the ruckus. The only reason I say you is because, as far as the Anarchs are concerned, if you get caught, then you could probably fit in with them the best out of all of us.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be like not like that.
Aaron's teasing. He kind of has his little teasing
You
smile.
can see that Lacey's not taking the teasing very well.
I would
Alright.
agree with Lacey, Aaron.
The only thing is, but between Katarina and Astarta, like I know for a fact, if I get in with the Anarchs, they're gonna piss me off, and I'm gonna go off.
Yeah, probably the same with me, to be honest.
So you want me to be chum-chum with the Anarchs and cause a bit of a ruckus outside with them?
If you get caught, that's the last absolute last resort, right? If
And
you
if I-
get caught and they spot you for what you are, whatever, then that would be the easiest way to get in with them so that you can get out later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then we gotta mount another fucking rescue.
You don't need to worry about me.
Well, I will worry about you.
Look,
He won't
If it
get
hap- if it happens, the fact that I have to stay with the Anarchs for a while, just make sure I don't have a bloodhound coming after me when I get out.
Totally.
caught.
Yeah, we'll make sure.
Alright, so worst comes to worst, I stay. Is that agreed? No sudden hero heroics?
Yeah.
I'll do
agreed.
my damnedest because I'm gonna be the one watching your ass.
But you
make
won't
sure you
get
have-
caught.
Just make sure you have my back covered, alright? I'll do the rest. He sort of winks at Lacey.
Lacey gives him a very serious look. I got your back.
And look, if I Aaron kind of just hesitates and takes out a photo from his jacket and hands it to Lacey. If I don't come out of Portland, you find this girl and give it to her. It's like a picture of him and her.
Lacey takes it and puts it very carefully in a specific section in her wallet, and then puts her wallet back in her back pocket. I'll do everything I can.
Aaron nods and then turns to kind of inclines the two Bruja at the start. Make sure she gets out all right, okay?
Lacey nods.
Of course. I won't
Look,
let anything happen
I
to
think
us.
we all need to talk about what happens if any one of us dies or doesn't come back.
If I don't come back, or I'm looking like I'm going, put me down.
You'll
If
come.
I don't make it back, y'all, I've got letters from my family. You can figure out where I used to live. Just let my brothers and daddy know that I love them.
Same with me. If I don't come back, in my stuff, there's contact information for my parents. They live in Boston. Let them know that something happened and I'm no longer here.
And everyone
And
thinks
that,
I'm.
and that despite everything that's happened, I do love them.
I'll make sure I do. Aaron sort of smiles warmly at Katarina. Everyone thinks I'm dead, so you don't need to worry about me. Aaron leans against the wall then.
What about you, Astarte?
Yeah, Lacey looks silently at Astarte. Astarte. God damn it.
She crosses her arms and just looks down. I guess just tell somebody from my clan.
Lacey looks at Astarte and she says, no matter what happens, I'm still going to do that search for you. And I will follow up no matter what happens.
She gives a nod.
All right. This is depressing.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay, so what I think should happen is Aaron causes a distraction out front. And I'll be watching from the car, keeping track of y'all on my computer.
So Astarte and I will go in and get Nora.
Yeah.
Okay. We can do that.
Idea. Anyway.
Katarina looks at Astarte and says, we can do that, right, Astarte?
Mm-hmm. We can do that.
All right.
Okay, I would like to have I would probably Flash. I'd like to have Flash on standby.
Aaron kind of. You see Aaron tighten at the name of Flash.
Lacey gives Aaron an apologetic look. Look, I don't have anybody else. Katarina and I are the most responsible of our clan, aside from the higher-ups. And if the higher-ups know about this, they're going to try and stop us.
Oh, yeah. They won't fucking let us do this if they find out. So, Flash, he's learned his lesson.
I can see about having somebody on backup.
You do realize who my sire is, don't you? Aaron sort of has this little savage smile.
Mm-hmm.
Lacey frowns and looks at him.
Then there's the other member of my clan as well.
So what? You want to have the entire fucking gangrel on standby for you? Is that the deal?
There's only 4 of us left. So.
Wow, I didn't know that. As much as I.
Right. So I think we shouldn't let them know just yet, or anything until we absolutely have to. Just have those people like in the back of our mind. Have that one person that we can call just in case. Not tell them about it, but have that person there. You know what I mean?
All we should tell them, whoever we choose, if it's more than one, we should just tell them that we're going to do something potentially dangerous, and if shit hits the fan, we're going to call you, and we need you to come, no questions asked.
I'm just worried that might alert them and they might go flapping gums somewhere. Because
That's why we have to be careful.
I don't even trust Flash to keep his fucking mouth shut.
Yeah. I don't know.
Voltaire keep his mouth shut.
Voltaire is high. No, Voltaire, he can't know about this.
He might get in trouble if he does. That's the problem.
Billy seems to be acting sort of rogue, with no knowledge from anyone else. We've already spoken to Voltaire. He has been put in charge of rescuing Nora. If he knows about this, he may try and stop us or get everyone else involved, and we can't do that. The less people involved, the better.
What about Axel? It's an option.
Lacey shakes her head slowly. I don't want Axel involved in this. If we could please keep him out of it.
All right.
Thank you.
So basically, we're on our own, is what we're saying here. Everyone agree with that?
Lacey nods. We can call him if shit gets real.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Astarte.
All right. Well, we better drink up, because who knows, this could be our last couple of nights in New Sarum, as Aaron sort of has this, almost, it's a weird smile he has.
Look, I'm gonna need a couple days before we do this. I need to prepare and finish.
Well, we gotta wait for word from Billy anyway, right? So we were not gonna make a definitive plan of when this is gonna happen until we hear from him. So we'll need to meet again when that happens so that we can solidify and then decide when we're gonna go do this.
So just start gathering information on the building and the best ways in and out of there.
Yeah, and actually I'm really good at getting in and out of places undetected, so get me a map of Portland.
I'll do it. You know I will. We can do that when we get home.
All right.
All right. All right, let's go. And Aaron sort of starts walking off then, kind of hands in his pocket.
Katarina kind of runs after Aaron and taps him on the shoulder and says, "Hey, don't leave without saying goodbye to me."
Lacey calls after them. I got a car, you idiot.
Aaron replies, "So do I," as he points over to a car. And he kind of looks at Katarina. "You don't need to worry about me. I got this."
Oh, I know, but we hadn't seen each other since the woods, and I'm really glad that you and Lacey were able to patch things up. I told her last night that I saw the look in your eyes that you didn't want to do that wasn't you, and so I appreciate you proving me right.
Tell her I was like Flash once before I went into the woods. And
Yeah.
now Lacey's had the same treatment as me, and I'm the cause of that, so I feel awful.
I know.
So she's all right. She's strong. She'll make it.
Katarina just gives
Let's
Aaron a
get
hug.
fucking wasted. Come on, y'all.
Katarina gives Aaron a hug and then goes over to Astarte and gives her a hug as well, and then goes to leave with Lacey.
But before you leave for Lacey, Aaron walks over and just goes, "Thanks," and kisses you on the lips and gives you a wink and starts to walk off towards his car.
Lacey watches all of this.
What kind of kiss on the lips?
It's a bit passionate. There's a bit of tongue, but it's just Aaron kind of just looks a bit. He wasn't expecting someone to run after him, so he just kind of just kisses her basically.
Katarina's a little bit surprised by the kiss that Aaron gives her, but she returns the kiss a little bit and then pulls away and goes.
As you walk, you can hear him going, "Ah, well, at least I died kissing a pretty lady." As he kind of walks to his car, you hear him laugh as he's walking towards his car.
Astarte begins making her way towards his car, hoping that she still gets to get a ride back.
Aaron opens the door for Astarte and kisses her on the hand and goes, "You sure you're ready for this?"
As ready as I'll ever be.
"All right. If you need me anytime during Portland, I'll get you." And he kisses her on the top of the head.
Lacey just gives Katarina a silent look and a shake of the head. She doesn't say anything.
Katarina just has like this sheepish grin on her face, and she doesn't say anything either. She just gets in the car and buckles her seatbelt.
When Aaron gets in the car, Astarte turns to him and says, "You know, she kissed me like that last night too, so..." Does she do that
Oddly,
to everybody?
you hear Aaron laugh. That doesn't surprise me in the slightest, as he lights a cigarette and starts to pull away.
And I think that is where this scene will end.